Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, teacher, spiritual things, and so much more. So I haven't said that little blurb before for a while now. So yeah, for now, well, it's interesting that's come out. So maybe for some of you, Cancer, that this is about, you know, acknowledging what you do, who you are, as in the sense of what you do, and you know, acknowledging there may be not all, you know, a certain part of you, you know, on saying that it's not, maybe not all parts of you, but it's like introducing yourself to others. And if somebody says to you, you know, what is it that you do? It's like, that's what you do, whatever it is that you do. So like for work or whatever it is, it's, you know, just being straight up, out and honest about what it is that you do. And because, you know, what I'm hearing is there may be a tendency for you to hide away what you do, whether it's this work or some another type of job, and or work or passion that you have, hobby that you have. It's like, you know, unless it is really private, of course, you know that's the thing. But there are some parts of, you know, like of us, or some parts of us, or parts of you, because this is for you, Cancer. Well, actually, Cancer is in one of my signs anyway, so it is kind of for me as well. So like fully allowing yourself, or a specific part of you, if you know, you'll know what I'm talking about, or what spirit are talking about, out of the box, basically. So anyway, I'm just going to go back to my my spiel, my introduction again, so, and just hold it tie-ho there, but that seems to be the theme. So anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, as always, to those of you who have been giving, you know, the thumbs up, the likes, the comments as well. Please, you know, feel able to comment on either social media platform. I'm always interested to see how it's worked out for you, and what's working for you, and if, you know, any feedback of any course, anything. I think it's just, yeah, out of curiosity, really. So, and but it is, you know, nice to read the comments, and about how this or they have worked out for you, if you've understood it or whatever, you know, if it's resonated in some way or form. So and there may be something that's going on with you about as well with that, because I don't really normally go like into that side of things with this, but just give a short blip. But it's kind of like, yeah, there's maybe something that it's not necessarily needing the feedback, but it's kind of like, in a way, yes and a no. In the sense that I'm hearing, it's like needing feedback or requiring feedback, so you know how to angle things, or so you know where. For some of you, that this will be about business or career, or study, you know, or it could be anything really, because it's like, if you're studying and you've got an essay, or there's something that's going on and you're wanting some feedback from your tutor or your professor or whoever that is. Likewise with, you know, with a work situation where you may be applying for a job, and going, this is like in-house or out-house, or in your business or whatever it is, there may be something like that. So it's about, I feel like some of you may be, because I'm just bringing that back in again, is like maybe a little bit shy to ask, to put it out there, but put it out there, because it, like, this is I'm just hearing like there's like I say, not so much a need for it in a needy way, but there's like a need for it, or require, it would be good, you know, you require some feedback, just so you know where, in which direction you need to go, or want to go, could go, shouldn't go, whatever it is. So you can value it or revalue it, you know, basically accordingly to, you know, to what resonates with you, as well as your clients, or the people that you're working with. Okay, so it may be, I'm hearing like students, you know, about giving feedback or something like that as well. So anyhow, so once again, I kind of got digressed again off track, but going back to my introduction. So yeah, thank you for all the likes, the thumbs up, the shares, the comments with these videos. and the messages that come through, but also thank you that, for the donations that have been coming through too. So I really appreciate all of those. So anyway, thank you. The other thing is just a reminder, as always, I like to just remind everybody that these are the messages that come through with these readings. They are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. So, and also I'm a psychic medium, healer. That's also, so everything, the tarot is probably, is not my strongest strength, you could say, but it's something that's been around me for a while, but I've not really picked it up for a little while, for quite a few years. Only fairly recently, over the last 4 years, I started to like more use the cards that I've had in my possession for the last 25, 30 years. So it's and so there may be something like that that's going on with you. There's something that you're pulling out from the past that's been sitting there waiting for you to utilize or to bring into your practice or your energy or your space, or now, and it's like now more so, or recently, in the last, when I say recently, it could be like in the last 3-4 years, like similar to me, but may not be the tarot map. It's it's something else, okay, depending on what it is. But there's something that's come out, or there may be a skill or a tool that you've learned many years ago as well, that you've maybe put on the back burner, or you may be doing it on and off, but it's maybe more seriously coming into play now, where you maybe finding yourself using it more often, or it's like, what the hell, I can do that. So it's like something's coming out, and so, or coming through, so it's where you're feeling maybe, actually I should tap into that. And I'm hearing should, not just could, for some of you out there. So, but lately, I'm just going to like shuffle these. So again, for some reason, I'm just fiddly, tutoing around with things at the moment, and then maybe that sort of energy with you. So anyway, so today I am using the Starman Tarot deck as well as the Sacred Earth Oracle. That may come through, but this Crystal Spirits cards have come through, deck has come through as well. So I'm not sure where we're going, because there's a few other decks that have been pulled out, as you can see over here. So I'll just, as usual, wing it with spirit. Okay. So actually, that's an interesting. I need to write that down, because they've just got all these sorts of little ideas and things that are going on here. So, the first card out, so I'm going to start off using the Starman Tarot, because it's interesting, just working with this deck, how the differences in the energy to other decks, but similar in the way that they're wording, but there's a different energy with this one. So, and it's kind of more in line with how I work anyway. So anyhow, so, and you may be finding things that with you, like you are maybe at the moment with this energy, that you're more ready to allow yourself to move into doing something else, because this is the Nine of Wands here. So that's come through, and it's interesting, in the other deck the Nine of Wands come up yesterday as well. So there's something with the Nine of Wands, and what I'm feeling that like this for you is that there's these boundaries that it's something is coming to an end, because for me 9 is always about a completion of a cycle. So there may be some boundaries or this protective thing that you've put up there before, or boundaries that you've created. So I kind of feel like something's coming to an end, and that like you realize, for some of you, you'll know who you are, that you don't need those boundaries anymore. It's like in the sense of protection in a fear-based way. So it's like, actually, I don't know what I was afraid of, because it's, there's that, maybe that sort of energy going on with some of you, or there is that sort of energy going on there. But knowing that actually you are always protected. It's like when you ask for it, or you, the angels in the world, or you just feeling, feel like you want to, have that energetic protection around you, and then it's like, just know that it is there. And if this is about you keeping aware, or being aware of yourself, basically, so, and what is going on around you, so consciously aware, and being more in the moment of what is going, of what you are, where you are going, what you are doing, and paying attention basically to what is going on around you. And it comes down to choices as well. So, you know, the kind of spirit of just maybe shifting, maybe something that's shifting around with you, but there's all these ideas and thoughts about moving into this next phase. And maybe you've been a little bit protective about, and you probably, for some of you probably really have needed to be. Others of you, it's, you know, you maybe overthought it a bit, but it's nothing, it's no harm in having that there. But I feel like for some of you now, you're able to like drop your guard a bit, and so you can move into the next phase, knowing that actually, you know, you're ready, you're more ready for it now, in every way that you can be, to move into this next phase. So it's now transitioning and working through this next phase and moving into the 10 or the 0, whichever way you see it. But I'm hearing more 10, because for me 10 is about going into that transitional space, and knowing, and you know, where they're going, and bringing things together as you move, or blending things together, getting that total understanding as you're moving into like the number, into, you know, the new, brand new stage, say like 1, or the new rebirth or beginning. So there's that transitional space there where everything is brought together, and there. So the 9 of Wands, definitely something has come to an end, but in this, a build-up of energy basically, and it's like you've come to that realization, or you've come to that epiphany, you've come to that stage where it's time to like, okay, I've got to take the next step now, because it's like, you know, everything is pointing towards that way, and I feel like for a lot of you, you've been working towards that, and some of you, it's like, you know, some of these boundaries are like, you know, they're obviously your boundaries that you've put there. So this is about stepping out, and for some of them, they've been there for obvious reasons. And you know, for healing reasons, and but I feel, yeah, for a lot of you now that it's more like, okay, I'm ready to move, I'm ready to take that, because it's like you've got all the information that you need. So this is like letting yourself out now. Cool. I can totally understand that for myself. And then we have the Empress. So the Empress has come, you know, upside down. So she's kind of in this, you know, yeah, okay, in reverse. So for me, because she's all about, you know, that fertility of new beginnings, which is moving into that. So there's something that I feel like in the background, because we've gone straight to the Empress, that there is like, she's showing you when you have faith. This is about you not having faith in that you can achieve what it is that you want to achieve, because of this and that, you know, and it's like this thing. So it's like, but it's like letting that down and having faith in what you are stepping into. But this may have been what was holding you back, because it's like, you know, maybe, and which is why you've had your guard up, because it's like you're trying to figure out something on your own about what is going on, without, you know, these influences of other people's thoughts and feelings, and you know, and blockages and energy and that sort of thing, you know. It's like an information it's like no, you've come to your own volition of what is right for you, and, you know, or best for you, for your highest good, for whatever is going on for you at this point anyway. So anyway, then the Empress has come along to let you know that actually, because I'm going to turn this around, because she is about fertility, she's about newness, she is about rebirth, because there's this new birthing inside of her that's coming through. There's this baby there, this baby there, something that's brand new, that's been I'm going to say conceived basically, and it's like you have an idea, a feeling or a thought, or a new beginning of some sort. So that's coming. So let it come, because you're moving it, because that's what the 9s, you've broken down all these barriers, and you've looked through all these veils, you know, and that sort of thing. So and you've had the energy to do it, and there's more energy to do it, because she brings the energy as well for this newness as well. So I've turned her around the right way, or the correct way, up the right way. So she's there sitting now in all her and with all the abundance. Okay, so So feel into that card and feel into that abundance that you know is sitting there, but you're not quite trusting that it's there. Okay, it's not right, it's not, you know, tangibly right there now, but it's like I do feel like a lot of you have that that knowing that it is there. You've just got to go and go this way or that way to achieve it, to make it happen, to bring it together. Okay, beautiful. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards again on this one. So there's a sense of, you know, I create, you know, with her. Oh, this deck is a little bit long. The cards are a little bit long. It's a little bit awkward to shuffle. So I'm just asking them, you know, oh, there we go. Don't have to ask too much more. So here's the Queen of Cups. I feel like this is you being more in touch with your emotions and your feelings, but also being more in touch with your, and listening more to your intuition, and not coming from, you know, too much of an emotional space on saying that. It's like just being, you know, it's like it's like you're differentiating, you're discerning what is what with your emotions and that sort of thing. So there is this, you know, the Queen of Cups, which I do feel is you. It's more in charge of you and your emotions and what's going on with you, and you're able to discern what is yours, what is somebody else's more so. But this is more about you being, you know, at peace with everything that is going on around you. And has been going on, and looking at the world from a different point of view, where your emotional connection to everything is, you know, especially that what's going on is like you're more centered and focused, but basically more in control, because you know, especially with relationships with yourself, which is the biggest thing. Biggest learning and the biggest achievement, I feel, is but also with your connection, emotional connection with in relationships with others, whether it be children, siblings, parents, you know, extended whānau, friends, old friends, new friends, you know. It's like there's there's an understanding why, or the purpose for different people being in your life and things like that, even going to animals. So there she is, she's sitting in you know, in her place. Okay, she's balanced between heaven and earth, and she's knowing of with her emotions, basically. Wow. And I kind of feel like, because they've really just drawn me to the heart chakra space there, about being in the heart. Okay, that heart space center. Beautiful with her. So that's pretty awesome. So yep, Queen of Cups, I feel that is you. So if you're a female energy, you know, that is you, because that is the cups, and they're just letting you know that, you know, if the you know, that's a space that either I feel like a lot of yous are already in. Excuse me, because you know, these readings, maybe you that can be quite often a forecast. So I forgot to actually, I usually go into, if it resonates with you, then, you know, that's all good. But if it doesn't quite fully resonate with you, then it could be more of a forecast. So if you're not feeling that right now, then it may be, this is something that's probably coming. Okay, the more effort you put in, the better, the quicker you're going to get there, is where they're going. So the world, so this is the world of, and of course, you know, there's that, you know, there's that saying, you know, that the world really is, you know, there for our for us to that it is there for us to what do you call, I'm just hearing them, they're saying something else, to embrace, to bring to us, but also to go to it, to be a part of, to be in, to work with, to, you know, and to work, you know, of. It's really interesting how they're bringing this, but it's like, I feel like I'm looking at all the symbols in here, and it's like really bringing your, because this is about being in your world. What is it in your world that you have that you can share with the world? Because they're showing me with a typewriter, so some of you may be writing something, could be a book, could be creating some cards, could be a workshop, could be it could be an essay, could be a paper, you know, some sort of information about what you know and what you do, or whatever that is for you. But it's like, because I'm also hearing this is about you presenting yourself to the world. So some of you may have put yourself, pulled yourself back for very good reasons. It could be, something that some of you may be going through, some grief, or in whatever way or form. It could be the loss of a loved one. It could be whether it be a human loved one or a pet loved one. It could be the loss of a job. It could be the loss of whatever, a friendship or something like that, or a relationship. That there's some definite big change in there. So there's it's just kind of like bringing your world to you, being in your world and understanding what your world looks like for you. And I'm kind of like, and then just I'm just feeling and sensing, opening up your energy to be a part of the world as well. Okay. So anyway, I'm kind of like leaving it. I'm going to leave it there with those cards, because for me, I don't feel like I need to shuffle any more of those cards there, because the readings this week are quite different, quite interesting as usual, but they're going like that level like a little bit deeper, and connecting on a deeper level, like the roots, getting to the root of some of the matter and bringing some of it out, but also just like in way more on a spiritual level. Well, this one is, I think anyway, it's like, well, it's whatever it means for you. So here we have the crystal lapis lazuli, which is number 3 in the deck, or number 30 rather. So 3 is about balance, because that's what I'm looking here, is finding that balance within, because this is where I feel like she's, this Queen of Cups, she's in balance with her emotions, with her emotional connection with herself and with others. So everything, it's like starting to like, because I'm just being drawn to how she's sitting, and cross-legged, in that position, basically, not sitting right down on the ground, but not right up high, but there's this balanced, centered level. But I'm also drawn to the heart chakra, okay, and that thymus chakra there. It's like, yes, that peace energy there. So but 0 is for me, that's about, going into the 0 was about that crossing into that transitional space. Really, is for me, is about there's the beginning of it. There's the beginning of a beginning. Basically, there's a back to the beginning. Not you've completed a cycle, so now you're back to the beginning, which is like the 10, and there's that transitional space going into the 1, where there is that total that rebirth or that newness that's coming through. Which is like when they talked about with the Empress, it's like there's something like a rebirth there, a newness, and the 9 is about, like it's been, whatever is that there has been conceived, it's like going into the new now, like the growth in the womb, bringing all that information together, and then going into this this one vibration, the newness, basically. I've not actually explained it like that before. I've not seen it like that. I kind of have, but anyway, thank God for spirit, eh? So they've just been connecting in with us, and and bringing that through. So there's some newness coming through. Some of it, I feel like some of you will not necessarily realize or know what that fully is at the moment, and that's okay. So there's that trust thing again, is just knowing what is, and maybe that you have got an idea, or that you're moving into a new zone or job or something like that, but it may be in the sense that there's like where you're going, but it's like there's always that uncertainty about and not really knowing how it's going to play out. But I feel like deep down there is a sense, and there's a knowing that actually you've got a pretty good idea, and just keep going with the flow with that. Okay, so lapis lazuli, number 30. So balancing yourself as you're transitioning into this space. So lapis lazuli is one of the most sought after stones in use since man's history began. Its deep celestial blue remains the symbol of royalty and honor, gods and power, spirit and vision. It is the universal symbol of wisdom and truth. Now, some of the healing properties of lapis lazuli, because I often wear that, and it can be have quite a really strong energy. But usually when I wear it, it's when I'm speaking. And sometimes I need to, I kind of need to be, and if there's something going on in my life and I know that I'm going to be speaking or presenting something or doing, platform mediumship, it's one of the crystals that I have that will bring me back into my zone and into my self-awareness of what I need, where I need to be at that time. So there could be something going on that with you. I just thought I'd share that. So and lapis lazuli, encourages self-awareness, allows self-expression and reveals inner truth, providing qualities of honesty, compassion, and morality to the personality. It stimulates objectivity, clarity, and encourages creativity. It also assists to confront and speak one's truth and inspires confidence. So this, may be, a really nice one for you. So have a feel into it. And like I always say, if you don't know, if you already have a whole bunch of crystals and you haven't got it and you don't want to go out and buy one, buy another piece of jewelry or lapis lazuli or another piece of crystal or anything or any more crystals, there is always the option of going on, on the internet and finding an image of whatever crystal that you're looking for, and connecting with the energy of it there, because it's just amazing. So the energy, in that way, is just as helpful. Go tuning in that way as well. So then we have malachite, which is the next crystal that come out. So malachite, 34 in the deck. So 3, once again, balance, and 4 is about directions, okay? And it's about not just so much the north, east, west, and the south, but it's kind of like that. Is, love, life, career, whatever, that sort of thing, personal relationships and that sort of thing, whether it be love life or whatever. But usually money, people, there's that money, love, and career, or, that side of things. But it could be whatever it is to you. But I'm hearing more which direction in life is in there. I feel like some of you have got all this information, all these different things you want to do, opportunities that are out there, and it's like, just pick one. Which one resonates with you most, and see where that goes, and then the next one will come, you'll get the next clue. So I feel like, we all have a clue. It's whether we choose to actually go and follow, allow ourselves to follow that energy path towards that clue, where there is another clue that will come up, and it will make something else more clearer for us as to our next place of where we're going to go, or what we're going to do, or whatever it is. So anyway, so here we go. So malachite is a stone of balance, abundance, manifestation, and intention. Malachite absorbs energy and draws emotions to the surface. It clears and activates all chakras, and is especially helpful in the stimulation of the heart and throat chakras. Malachite amplifies energies of all kinds, both positive and negative. So this is about being mindful about, like I always say with energy, what you're emanating out, what you're thinking is what your energy, what you're feeling, especially what you're thinking, because it can determine what you're feeling. If you're thinking negatively, then you're going to feel negative, so your emotions shift with your thoughts and things like that. So what, malachite is good for, where? Oh, I think I've just read that. Where am I going? All of those, actually. I was going to read something else, but it's not quite what I thought it was going to, it was going to say to me. Okay. So it also enhances the immune system, assists in growing emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, fortifies observation skills, which is kind of what we've already said, and assists you to recognize and use your power. So I feel like that's a really interesting one, a really important one for you as well. So there we go. So anyway, that's on the crystal deck. So I'm just going to draw one. Okay, no, the angels want to speak. I'll just see, okay, I'm going to go for the middle deck, which I think is the collective of angels. Yes, it is. So we'll just shuffle this, give it a shot and see what pops out for you. A message from the angels. Okay, so where are we going, Cancer? So that's a really beautiful energy there. Though I feel like for a lot of you, they're just really reconfirming to you that you're on the right path. And yes, your emotions may be slightly unstable, and you maybe think, I'm not really at that Queen of Cups stage yet. But, you know, because she is, you know, she has a amazing, you know, lovely energy that wants to help and give and do, and, you know, not only for herself, but for the greater good of all. And she feels a lot of the emotions. So it's like, this is about you coming in, you know, into, so if you are a female energy, I feel like she's more talking to you. But on saying that, you know, if you are Cancer and you are male energy, I do feel like there's a connection in there as well. So some readers say the Queen is just for the Queen and the King is for the Queen, but I kind of feel like differently about that. But I do feel like there may be a lot of you female energies out there that on Cancer that will resonate with that, but also some of you male energies out there that are watching as well. So rising, so something is rising, something is coming up, rising up from the depths of emotions of love and everything like that. And I feel like you can, and something is gathering up or conjuring up, but I do feel like and I do feel like it's more with this new birth, new beginning stage of, you know, of all things around you, but to do with movement, with either love, a relationship, but I'm hearing more so with a lot for most of you. I feel like it's more to do with a business, or, you know, or some sort of career choice that you're moving into, or moving away from into business as well. So it could be work too, that you're moving into a new job that's going to challenge, but also moving, some of you, so maybe I'm feeling moving away from that and into business as well, or some sort of, you know, but maybe not fully, but there's some sort of 50-50 thing going on there, part-time, or like a full-time job, but yeah, there's something, what are they calling it, but a part-time on the right. So it's like you're weaning your way out of that. So it could be that for you, but there's something where now you're more on top of your emotions, basically, and you're sorting it out. So it's not, you're going, whatever it is that you're moving through or working through, you're working through that with not being in an impulsive action, not taking an impulsive action or stance from it with your movement. Okay, and not moving in a needy way, as per se, and not letting your emotions rule you in a way where things are impulsive or needy, basically, where they're going. So they're just like we're wording it just to capture the energy where different ones of you will resonate with it. Okay, so this is what it's all about. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you now, Cancer, with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance from myself, my amazing spiritual team, and the Zion energy, as well as your amazing Cancer energy and vibration. So yeah, bye for now. We'll see you next Tuesday. So, just by the way, before I do completely push the button and finish off, if you would like to purchase a reading or book a reading or a healing session with me, my details are in the description box below. So the healing comes in different ways. So I do clearing cleansings for houses, property, but often it turns into a healing as well of the energy that is in there, and for, you know, those who live in it as well. It's kind of a very interesting thing. So but either way, so there's psychic medium readings as well. Okay, anyway, we shall see you next Tuesday. Bye for now.